I am Mrs. Jonalyn E. Perido, Master Teacher 2 of Mendez Central School, Municipality of Mendez, disseminating the results of my research. Department of Education, DepEd Cavite Research, the action research entitled Development and Evaluation of Project AIDali, Accuracy in Division, aided by Mathdali video presentation. Drill activities have a justifiable place in a program of modern mathematics. Mathematical drill activities such as the use of flashcards, window cards, games, and puzzles add interest to children. But teachers of today seem to neglect the importance of mathematical drill activities in fixing the memory of basic division facts where some of our pupils found difficulty in computation. According to Burnett, Clark, and Cynic Group, many studies report that the students experience difficulties in learning division facts. In grade 3, it is expected that the pupils must have the mastery of basic division facts. However, some pupils, specifically in lower sections, fail to manifest such mastery. On the other hand, the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics stated that technology using video presentation is an essential tool for teaching and learning math. It influences mathematical content as well as the way teachers teach mathematics, and it enhances student learning. The alarming situation regarding the pupils' difficulty in dividing numbers and the underlying principles regarding the use of mathematical drill activities and technology using video presentation led me to investigate the effects of Project AIDali to remedy pupils with lack of computational fluency in basic division facts. In this respect, I could say that learning division is really a crucial task in learning elementary mathematics. Specifically, this action research aimed to answer the following questions. 1. What is the performance of the controlled and experimental group in division before and after the intervention? 2. Is there a significant difference between the pre-test and post-test scores of the control group? 3. Is there a significant difference between the pre-test and post-test scores of the experimental group? 4. Is there a significant difference between the pre-test scores of the controlled and experimental group? And 5. Is there a significant difference between the post-test scores of the controlled and experimental group? Subjects of the study were grade 4 pupils of Mendez Central School in Mendez District, so the findings of this study cannot be generalized across all elementary schools in Mendez District. It was conducted from July 3 to September 27, 2019. Research methods. The target participants of this study composed of 56% of the total population of pupils enrolled, which is 161, comprising of two sections from grades 4 Mabini and Rizal. They were divided into two groups, the controlled and experimental group. Grade 4 Mabini with 45 pupils was the control group, and grade 4 Rizal, also with 45 pupils, was the experimental group. For the research sampling, purposive sampling procedure was used in the selection of the participants, meaning there are certain criteria to be considered in selecting the participants. A. They must belong to grade 4 sections Mabini and Rizal studying at Mendez Central School, and B. They must belong to low average learners. There are the struggling learners who need further intervention to improve their learning in mathematics. Data gathering methods. I gathered the data by asking permission to the immediate supervisor or the principal about the study. Assent for minor and parental consent were also given to those pupils who were part of the study. Division numeracy pretest was also administered to grade 4 Mabini and Rizal and got the mean SD and MPS of the result. Drill intervention program, Project AIDali, was utilized by grade 4 Rizal, the experimental group, while grade 4 Mabini was not exposed to the use of drill activity. Post-test in division was also administered using the same set of numeracy tests and got the mean SD and MPS of the post-test result. Research instruments. I used the numeracy test in division to determine the performance level of the pupils before and after the study. Project AIDali was utilized using window cards D1 every Monday and Wednesday. Flashcards in the form of oral recitation and games every Tuesday and Thursday. And Mathdali video presentation about dividing numbers every Friday. Data analysis plan. The following statistical tools were used to analyze the data. We have the mean, standard deviation, mean percentage score, and t-test. Results and discussion. It can be seen from Table 1, the pre-test results of the controlled and experimental group ranged to low average. The experimental group, grade for Rizal, got the mean and MPS lower than the control group. It can be manifested from Table 2 that the post-test scores of the controlled and experimental group improved in terms of mean and MPS. The mean and MPS of the experimental group was higher than the control group. Formabini had an increase of 2.62 in the mean and 6.56 in the MPS, while grade for Rizal had an increase of 23.38 in the mean and 58.45 in the MPS. Therefore, the given intervention was effective because the post-test scores showed great improvement, especially in the scores of grade for Rizal who undergone the Project AIDali intervention. In Table 3, the result revealed that the difference is statistically significant because the computed absolute t-value of 2.66 is greater than the tabulated value of 2.015. Therefore, the result rejected the null hypothesis, which means that there is a significant difference in the pre-test and post-test scores of the control group. Table 4 posited that the difference is statistically significant because the computed absolute t-value of 22.66 is greater than the tabulated value of 2.015. Therefore, the result rejected the null hypothesis, which implied that there is a significant difference in the pre-test and post-test scores of the experimental group. The score of the pupils in the experimental group showed great improvement after giving the Project AIDali intervention. In Table 5, the result rejected the null hypothesis of equal means, which implied that there is a significant difference between the mean score of the controlled and experimental group. Therefore, the mean score of the controlled and experimental group is statistically significant. Furthermore, the result showed great improvement in the scores of both groups in the post-test. However, the result of the pupils who undergone the Project AIDali intervention improved a lot than the control group. For the conclusion, the numeracy skills of the selected grade for pupils in Mendez Central School was quite low, as the result of pre-test revealed. However, the result in the post-test scores, especially of Rizal, has greatly improved after using the Project AIDali intervention. This study showed that Project AIDali constitutes as one of the effective way of intervention in mathematics. So for the research impact, utilization of Project AIDali has been effective in achieving division accuracy, and it has significant relationship in the performance of grade 4 pupils in mathematics. High implication in the learning of grade 4 pupils was evident. That's all. Thank you for listening, and mabuhay po ang Cavite Research Team.